What is up, everybody? This is my Legends of Tomorrow Season 6, Episode 13, Silence of the Sonograms review, I think the title of the episode is. And, I want to just say, the reason I didn't have a review last week is because I was very busy last week. Last week was the first full week of school, and I just didn't have any time to record last week's video, or the review for last week's episode, so I apologize for that. But, this episode, I don't know how I feel about it. I think I need it, it's been 4 hours since the episode airs as I'm recording this, and I don't know how I feel about it yet, so I'll tell you at the end, but, once I roll that intro, so let's roll it. Sorry about the messed up intro, and sorry for the rushed intro, but, yeah, the episode picks up right where we left off last episode with Bishop singing in, the library, and him and Sarah talk, and he feels that that body that he has right now is the last Bishop clone, and he has really just come to make amends and become friends, and he wants to join the Legends, which I personally can't tell. He's lying, I know that, but he makes a very convincing point on why he's not lying too and stuff. Later in the episode, it's just they want to paint him bad, but he's also painted like a good guy this episode too. Sorry, my table. Every time it's just like a little thin, like fold up table, but whatever. The Legends meet Bishop, and yeah, we're 13 episodes into the season, but this is the first time they're meeting Bishop, and they're like, oh, this isn't how I imagined him and stuff. But Sarah tells them, like, this dude's a bad dude, and, Mick wakes up and he has some hair, like he did last episode, but, Bishop knows what's going on. He's like, oh, Mick, you have hair, but he doesn't put too much focus to it. But then we have, Zari, and Zari is waiting for John to wake up, and as he wakes up, this isn't good for John, but they just fight as he wakes up, man, and, it's because she knows that she doesn't know what's going on. She feels like John's lying to him, which he is, and I don't understand these people that are like, oh, this John Constantine Zari relationship so bad, when it creates, like, great drama like this. I was thinking about this as the episode was going on. What is this episode? It's not a usual episode, Legends of Tomorrow. It's more of a drama between Zari and then Constantine. I was like, wait, but there's all these clone stuff going on, but then it's all this drama, but then Mick, a dude, is giving birth after an alien. It's just very confusing what Legends is at this point, but, I'm not saying that in a bad way, I'm saying that in a good way. But Zari goes to Astra, and Zari asks Astra to, we gotta go get Spooner to see what Spooner, remembers about what happened in Spain with the Fountain of Emporium. So yeah, that's their mission, and I just want to say, there will be a lot of stuff, like, just probably, I don't remember, but there probably will be a lot of stuff just cut out of this review. But yeah, they go get Spooner, and they talk to Spooner, and Spooner, Astra does a spell, and Spooner, tell me how many times I just said Spooner, but Spooner doesn't remember the time that she had in Spain, and that's weird. It just feels like a complete, like, 5 minutes of her memory, or just like a block of that day is just missing in no way in sight. And Astra's like, oh, John probably erased that. No, it's like, oh my god, John probably erased that memory to you. And Spooner's like, oh my god, I'm gonna kill him. But Astra's like, no, I'll just use some more magic to unlock that memory, and we'll see what's going on there. And you can tell Spooner just doesn't like that. But Ava walks by, and Ava's about to go talk to Bishop, so Spooner gives Ava her blaster, and that's the word we use here, blaster. But here's the photo that was supposed to be shown on, and yeah, Ava gets Spooner's blaster. Come on, we can pick this pace up a little. Okay, I'm the one who put the photos in, so I can't even complain. But Ava walks in to go talk to Bishop, and their relationship through this episode is interesting, man. Bishop, you can tell, is kind of like Ava's father. And I just want to say Jess McKellen, the lady who plays Ava, did a fantastic job this episode. I love the scene later in this episode where she just breaks down crying because she knows that Bishop can't walk her down the aisle, but she wants Bishop to walk her down the aisle because they had such a strong connection, and they knew Bishop was helping her and everything. I think Bishop actually got to her when Ava was trying to get to Bishop. But we see what's going on with John this episode. He is quite literally and physically fighting his own demons in the form of himself, and that's such a John Constantine thing. And man, Constantine better go out with a bang. I mean, he's not returning for season 7. A whole new character by Matt Ryan is returning, but this character of John Constantine better he better end with a bang, or a happy ending with Zari. You can't, or John Constantine's too chaotic of a character. You can't end him without a bang. But Nate and Sarah talk about if Bishop's real name is Bishop, which it's probably not, but it also fits too well, they say. But yeah, Ava and Bishop talk about the wedding, actually. And you can tell Ava, since she was supposed to be a boss, she's not great at planning stuff. And Bishop says that he lowered the romance in most Ava bots because the chemical for like love decreases production, or like I don't know, you know what I mean. So Bishop's like, that's probably why you can't get any of this done, because you're just so much in love thinking about it. And it was just like, oh my gosh, what should I do? And Bishop starts telling her what to do, and he gives out all these ideas. And we later learned it's because Bishop, he couldn't get the full 100% of his DNA online, so he took 6% of Sarah's. So all that good idea that he's spewing out is just Sarah's DNA inside him, giving out what Sarah would want in the wedding, what Sarah would like, instead of and that's why Ava's going along with it. And they're not bad ideas either. And Sarah points that out too later. But in the ship, Astra is doing her magic and looking in Spooner's memories. Sorry, that's the word I was looking for. She's looking into Spooner's memories, and she sees when John killed all the soldiers in Spain, he gets the Fountain of Emporium and everything. And Spooner wakes up and is like, oh my god, he did that. Oh my, I remember now. And stuff. And it's just a very tense scene. And then Zari's like, oh my god, I'm gonna go talk to him. And it's not how you think it's gonna play out, though. And everybody's just kind of mad at John. And it's revealed that they know John is just drinking blood at this point, like, to keep himself with magic. So Zari goes to, you can't see me, but I'm holding up quotation marks, confront John. And it's just more of like a fake out, where through this encounter, I don't remember what they were talking about, but through this encounter, Zari steals John's flask with all the blood in it. And she's just kind of charming John and being like, why don't you go upstairs and clean yourself up and stuff, and I'll make tea or whatever. And yeah, that's what mostly goes on. And then she goes back to the library in the Wave Rider after they talk, but before she goes back, or it cuts after she leaves the house. But we have Mick, he's starting labor, and he's in a lot of pain, so Gary's like, oh my gosh, I'm here and everything, what can I do to help? And Gary's talking about, like, yeah, it's gonna hurt, man. Wait till you get to the second week of labor, which it doesn't last 2 weeks. But Gary talks about how his father told him that, pregnancy is like, pushing 50 50 pointy rocks out of his head, but for Mick it's gonna be his ears, but later it is his nose, which, man, the CGI for Mick was, like, really good today, this episode. The CGI for, yeah, the CGI for Air for sure, that's gotten better, I'll say that, but, Constantine knows what they did, in the library, so he goes to confront them, but, everybody leaves, and it's just a talk between John and Zari, and John, he throws the flask away, so I don't know how it's there at the end, but, him and Zari just kind of a heart-to-heart, and John's like, hey, I'm sorry, my water bottle just, like, popped or whatever, but, John's like, hey, I can't quit this, but I will try for you. And it's just a really amazing scene. I love John Constantine's arc for these past couple episodes because it would help someone with addiction, man. And it's just a symbol for addiction and how hard it is to let go and what can happen. I just really like it. But Mick's going into labor, so Nate and Gary try to push him to the med bay, and Gary's gonna be the godfather of it and everything. Some weird goose coming out of Mick's ear, and Mick's losing his hair, so he's like, oh no, because, you know, he probably liked the hair after not having hair for, I don't know, actually, but, Nate goes to get Sarah and Ava, and there they see that Bishop has escaped because he has the 6% of Sarah. He knew the codes, he knew how to escape and everything, and they're like, oh my gosh. So Sarah gets out of, into the hallway, and she goes to fight Bishop, and they have a little banter before they fight and everything, and, Bishop talks about how, like, you can't fight with yourself and with your destiny, and Sarah makes a comment like, destiny, that's so last season, or whatever. But, really, Bishop, with that 6%, he still has all the, like, he, through your DNA, would Bishop get your, like, League of Assassins training? Because you remember earlier in the season, Bishop didn't even know how to fight, he just got killed by Sarah in, like, handcuffs. So, like, to know the League of Assassins moves from 6% of DNA, I don't know, what would happen if you put his consciousness into 100% Sarah Land's DNA, but, that could have been done earlier, but of course he didn't, and he knocks out Sarah with Spooner's blaster, and that's why they put so much attention to Ava putting it down earlier. But then, Bishop goes into the med bay and diverts the babies from coming out the ear into the nose so that Bishop can get Mick's earpiece, which is very important later. But then, Zari and Constantine are kind of all good right now, so they talk, and, also Mick gives birth before the scene. I couldn't find anything, any videos to screenshot that, but, it was a very good scene, actually, with the CGI and everything, and Spooner trying to break through the door with the gun, and Bishop opening up, and like, yeah, all 50 babies are born, it's good. But, in the scene, they're calming down, and Zari's gonna go make some tea on the Wave Rider, or go get some tea, as John's gonna go, clean himself up and take a bath and stuff, but before he can do that, before he can relax, you know who's there? Dark John Constantine, his own personal demon. John just can't have any peace, and this time it's different. This time, he can't just talk. He physically hurts John. This dark version of Constantine, I'm pretty sure, breaks John's nose, and by, like, smashing his head against the table, and it's just, like, a very, this last minute of, like, this last 10 minutes of the episode were very violent, and it was just like, oh my god, is John gonna be okay, man? I know he's not in season 7, so we have no idea what happens to John Constantine. I don't think, I hope they don't, like, this isn't really a spoiler, but I don't hope they pull a Dean Winchester on this character, on how that character ended in such an underwhelming way. I'm not saying that he died, I'm not saying that he lived, I'm just saying his ending was very underwhelming. And, yeah, Mick gave birth, and, Gary comments on the drink that Sarah's drinking, and Gary says that that drink that Bishop made to help mix pregnancy is to advance the pregnancy for his species. So Sarah and Ava figure out that he was just trying to get the comm to talk to John, or the most vulnerable member of the Legends, and he did get the comm piece. So John is on the floor bleeding, crawling through glass, and he gets there, and you know what he does? He grabs the flask and he drinks the last bit of blood he has to get his magic. And you know who grabs it? It's just such a crazy scene, and regular John grabs it, and Derek John answers the phone, his earpiece, and like, what was that you were saying, Bishop? And that's how we end the episode. It's just like a WTF moment. It's just, I really enjoyed that episode. I hope you enjoyed my review, man. I enjoyed hosting you, and yeah, I would appreciate it if you would give the video a like or subscribe. We're only like 1 subscriber away, and that we're like 9 subscribers away from 100. So if you'd help us get that goal, and you would see the last 2 Legends of Tomorrow season 6, and like season 7 starting in October. So I'll cover that stuff, of course, too. So just like any DC TV content, or I'll probably cover. So just like, or any superhero stuff. So like, yeah, you'll probably find something on here that you like. And I'll stop rambling so you can go find another video. Go down the description, follow socials, watch all those videos, and yeah, hopefully Spider-Man No Way Home trailer comes out by the time this video's out. So yeah, goodbye, stay safe, and goodbye.